Thank you.
Welcome, welcome.
Thank you. Me auntie.
Do you get that a lot?
I get nice welcomes, actually, yeah. Towards my later football years, for some reason. It's much in the middle. No, I don't know. I think people are very respectful. I think the England thing, 102 caps. And,
that's pretty good, isn't it?
Yeah, and
Where is that on the record books now? Who's the highest?
I was the 8th to get 100.
Yeah.
Peter Shilton is the highest, and then I think it's David Beckham, as you're talking
So
about.
what's Peter Shilton?
He's 125.
Oh, you'll get there.
I won't get there. No. I'm happy with 100. When I started playing for England, I'd never have dreamed of 100. So.
That's amazing.
But obviously, apparently we're going to the World Cup. Hurrah.
Yes, yeah, which is good news. Which is great. Otherwise, you wouldn't get that nice reception.
I think that's what it is.
No, it was good. Obviously last week we qualified, and you know, it's hard. It's very that you feel the pressure of everyone and willingness to get there. And obviously, as 20 lads in the squad, you really want to do it. So it was nice to get there.
Do you feel that the pressure eases off as you get older because you get more used to it, or does it intensify because you think, how much longer have I got doing this?
Yeah, it's a mixture of those, actually. It does ease with experience, definitely, in terms of going out and playing and the feeling in the tunnel and the crowd and all that stuff. But you do also have an appreciation of the importance of it as you get older, and it won't last forever. So for me, it would be a last World Cup, so I wanted to get...
When do you find out you're in the squad?
Next June, May or June. So I would say it's my last World Cup. I have to be playing well then to get picked.
You've got to do it.
So you might have had your last World Cup then without even
knowing. I've said that already. There you go. Think positive.
Is it true you've taken up yoga as well as obviously all the fitness stuff that you do?
Yeah, I think a lot of players do that now. Yoga was looked upon as a woman's thing and one of those things you don't do in football. And in the last 5 or 10 years, we said the game's come on a lot, and these things do help prolong your career.
Yeah, in terms of just not only
Core
just the stretching,
strength.
Core strength, stretching
recovery
legs.
from
we
injury.
play every 3 days at the minute, so you have to stretch your muscles out. And
probably helps with nerves as well, the breathing aspect of
the breathing thing was a huge thing for me. I never, was interested in yoga at all until I was about 30, and the whole breathing thing was an issue for me, trying to actually learn how to breathe properly in and out and open out your lungs. And
Can you sing now then?
I hear that the Chelsea dressing room is like a spa like no other, with amazing massage tables.
No, you're reading the newspaper. No, they had a thing that we had the sunbed and all these things. That's completely not true. We have sports massage beds. And we are quite spoilt in the football world where we do have some sort of loungy areas. But
and do you all have to go in a big communal shower together?
Yes, we do.
Steady on.
It's
Don't get out much, Frank. Just let us have that little fantasy there.
I'll leave it there.
I'm going to rescue you now, Frank. Yeah, children's books. Now, how did this all come about? Frankie's Magic Football. How did this all start?
Well, I came up with the idea a few years ago. I think when you do get older in football years, you look to different
Was it like dog years?
Yeah, dog years. Very quickly. And in around my 30s, I came up with the idea because having 2 young daughters, they was watching cartoons, starting to read books, and I kind of saw a gap in football and adventure football stories because I grew up as a kid immersed in football completely, and I know boys and girls do nowadays, and there wasn't much out there. So I come up with characters and the storylines, and I eventually got the confidence to put it out there.
So have you written these yourself?
Yes, I have.
That's fantastic.
So
Little Frankie, you.
Well, that sounds a bit egotistical that I chose my own name and everything for it, but he kind of is. But he's every kid that sleeps in his football boots, wants all the latest kits and lives and just loves football.
And what's the premise? Because obviously this one here, obviously Frankie versus the Cowboys crew, and you've got here versus the Rowdy Romans and the pirate pillagers. He's obviously a time-travelling footballer.
Well, this is it. He, in the first book, which is the Pirate Pillagers, they find Frankie gets a magic ball at a fun fair, and which gives them the power to travel to all these places, and they don't know where they're going, but I wanted to be quite educational and historical in different parts as well. So, of course, pirates maybe is not the most, but you're talking about the Romans and...
There's quite a moral message as well, isn't there, in the new one that's out about how he misses at the beginning and then the pressure on him, missing the... And I like the fact that there's a girl who's a better player than him.
Yes.
Do you think, ultimately, one day, maybe in 30 years' time, because women are getting more and more, do you think a woman could ever play in a male squad and equal?
I'm not sure. I see no reason why not. I think that how how the game's developed in women's football in the last 5 or 10 years has been amazing. Not just the quality of the play, but the interest in people around it. So
it's actually getting coverage now as well. Which
it is, and you know what we are. We were dinosaurs in football in the men's dressing room. You know, it was all our game, and women's football was there. Now we'd all appreciate that there's a lot of skill there.
Your daughters enjoy football?
Not much. No, they don't. They like the books because I tried to make them with adventure, so it's not just your football-loving kid.
Yeah.
My two, take it or leave it, which is unfortunate when I take them to Chelsea and they want to talk to Christine and they don't even watch the game.
But is it the kind of thing
I'll get
that
them there in the end.
Yeah. do you read to them at night time?
I do,
stories?
I do. I started reading to them. I started telling them, making up stories on my own, which obviously hit a dead end quite quickly after a couple of nights. I read to them. I've read these. I use them as a buffer for the books. When I've got them kind of 80% finished, I'd read the books to them at night, and they would tell me what they thought was funny and what I thought was funny.
They're brutal as well. Yeah,
times,
they won't lie to you.
There was a good audience for me, actually.
Just click here to watch more interviews with a whole range of famous faces, and click here to subscribe. It's free, so you'd be silly not to, really.